Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Delene Grant. Welcome again to my presentation, Nicolini Law Firm, Damages, My Experience. Thank you. We're now 2019, part 1 of 2, okay? January 2019. Visited a walk-in clinic, Great Lakes Medical, to obtain a copy of my medical report on my injury. Decovins tendonitis was still confirmed 3 years later. Visited Great Lakes Medical between January 2019 and February 2019 to obtain a copy of my medical report, but they were being shady. I was being tossed around for over a month. I was eventually told that I had to go through my lawyer, my Wsib lawyer, Adrian Nicolini. Why? I had a right to my medical records by law, but was denied by Great Lakes Medical. Something was amiss. That was the reason why they were acting strange. So as to avoid contention, I asked for a report on the days that I had visited the clinic for my injury, Decovin tendonitis. Okay. And as you can see here, okay, I got an ultrasound done in January of 2019, right? And then actually went on the 24th. That was actual date. I went there asking for copy of my medical records. Anyway, the results in 2019 ultrasound still confirmed tendonitis, and then thank God I was able to get a letter that outlined the dates that I attended the clinic. Okay, and even one of the doctors explained the reason why, but I wasn't sure why I was getting a run around all that time, but I'm glad that I was able to obtain the dates, and it became really important. Did not know that they were distorting my medical records at the time, but these dates were important because it stated that I attended the above named clinic on these dates regarding my injury, Decovin tendonitis. Okay, visited Great Lakes Medical to obtain my medical records by law, but I was given run around between January 2019 and February 2019. I've already dealt with that. Okay, please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. I knew something wasn't right, but not to this extent. Adrian Nicolini, Nicolini Law Firm 2019, okay? These two lawyers, Adrian Nicolini, Nicolini Law, my WSIB lawyer, and Hussein Muftaderi, Hicks Morley Law, Bell Mobility's lawyer, went rogue on me. As soon as I decided to take my business elsewhere, unknowingly, I was about to disrupt their plans. Bell Mobility and Money Insurance, two giant companies in Canada, would be able to give Nicolini Law the break he needed. And I said that because when I actually was looking up, when I was referred by an online referral, it was an online referral, I tried to look up Nicolini Law Firm online, and that I could not find this lawyer anywhere online. Okay, after I realized that Nicolini Law now visible on the internet with his website and all that in 2019. Okay, Adrian Nicolini could have easily walked away from my cases, but no, he decided to join the system to shut down my cases by any means necessary. Yes, because he was doing everything to ensure that the system would shut me down, and I believe you would agree with me. Just stay with me, and I hope you will be able to come to the same conclusion that I have because of what I came across, and I've outlined it here. Okay, please feel free to pause and read as we go along. Thank you. Denied by all entities. See presentation, systemic racism, denied by all entities. January 2019 to December 2019. Okay. Here we're still dealing with WSIB, right? So January 2016, although I emailed Ashlyn Steels in November about my the confusion they may have had regarding the days that I went to Great Lakes and all that. I clarified that, but yet still in January 2016, they were still asking for copies. September 6, 2016. See, you have seen it, right? They're still asking the lawyer. They still haven't done anything. November, December, January. Okay. Morley Law, it was copied in. All right. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Here, as you can see, proof. Great Lakes Medical, September 3rd. All right. February 2019. February 8th, 2019. Still, they have not, to Adrian Nicolini, it says here, in my voicemail message of February 6, 2019, I noted that medical information previously requested, right, appears to be outstanding still. Therefore, please obtain the following existing information. So again, clinical notes from Dr. James Chang and clinical note from Great Lakes Medical. Please feel free to pause and read. This is now 2019. I retained Adrian Nicolini, Nicolini Law, Yunan Nicolini Law Group, right, on April 10, 2017. 2 years later, almost 2 years later, and still no medical documents. Okay? Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. February 8th, still with reference to the February 8th, Adrian Nicolini, Hussein Muftaderi, or one was copied in, and it says here, with reference to the appeals resolution officer decision, October 8, 2017, this was a suspension date, right? Initial entitlement, the right hand decovine tenosynovitis, right? And please note our letter asking that you, the worker, obtain additional medical information. Still no medical information. Just letting you know, February 8, 2019 was prior to the distortion of my medical records at the Ministry of Health. The medical record of the Ministry of Health was distorted in March 20, I guess it was in the works, right? But it was completed in March 2019, and I received it in April 2019. So they were buying time. So in the meantime, they're not getting my medical records, even the record of my physical demands, analysis, job description, and all that was not received by Wsib. Okay? Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. On February 13th, Ashlyn to Delane, right? I actually called Ashlyn. I just wanted to find out exactly what she has in her possession. I'm just trying to be smart, eh? Medical record from Dr. Handelsman confirmed in the possession of Nicolini Law Firm, right? I just wanted to be smart. And then she responded, I have gone through the Wsib file and found the attached document from Dr. Handelsman to Wsib. All right? Okay. And she forwarded them. So she can forward stuff to me, but she cannot forward stuff to Wsib. You got the picture? You got it? So February 13th. All right? Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Tried to take my business elsewhere, needed a new lawyer, but stumbled on other issues, needed a new lawyer for Wsib, needed a lawyer for wrongful dismissal and long-term disability. Adrian Nicolini had stated on April 10th that his firm was also employment law. However, since fired from my job in May 2018, I was never retained by Adrian Nicolini. Okay, and waited 9 months to be retained. No communication received at any time, no contract, no phone calls, nothing. After my Wsib claim was suspended, and I guess you would have done the same thing, right? After my Wsib claim was suspended, I realized that Adrian Nicolini had been deceptive from the start. I no longer needed this lawyer to be I no longer needed this lawyer. He was not soliciting for me, but for the opposition. In February 2019, I was able to obtain a lawyer, Benjamin Law, but could only take one of my case. He could only take one of my cases, which was long-term disability. A contract was signed to retain lawyer. I was unsuccessful in obtaining a new WSIB lawyer, so I was unfortunately stuck with Nicolini Law Firm. I brought this in just to show you why they went rogue on me. They were trying to mess things up for me, right? In March 2019, I obtained another lawyer, Samfuruta Marking Law for wrongful dismissal. A contract was signed to retain the lawyer. This wasn't how my case became separated. So just showing you what had happened, right? Please feel free to pause and read as we go along. Okay, this was a reason. Benjamin Law Firm requested my medical records from the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, which was started in April. Well, this started when I received it in April 2019. This was the reason why my medical records were delayed for WSIB. Adrian Nicolini, as well as the Bell lawyer, Hussein Muftaderi, ex-Morley Law, were instrumental in distorting my medical records at the Ministry of Health. I also held the mobility, money life insurance, all doctors, including the College of Physicians and Surgeons, the College of Physiotherapy, WSIB, the Ministry of Health, all of these entities, and then some, accountable for their involvement in the defamation of my medical records and for everything thereafter. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Retaining Benjamin Law Firm in February 2019 for long-term disability. The firm had requested my medical records from the Ministry of Health and scheduled an examination for discovery for August 2019. They were really active on getting my case, long-term disability, resolved. Okay, provided proof in May 2019 of the distorted medical record. The following questionable activities took place, which led to the hit and run motor vehicle accident. Remember, I said provided proof in May 2019 of the distorted medical records. All right, please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Okay, retain Nicolini Law for WSIB appeal in April 2017, who had misrepresented my claim. 2 years later, April 2017 to April 2019, I received a distorted medical record from the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care to cover up my injury that occurred at Bell Mobility. Notice the reason why they did not want to provide my medical records to WSIB, because they were working on distorting my medical records at the Ministry of Health. Can you see that? Okay. Nicolini Law allowed WSIB to deny my appeal in October 2017. Okay. Nicolini Law allowed WSIB to suspend my claim in October 2018. Okay. You agree, right? To date, Adrian Nicolini have not provided any medical report on my injury to the Workplace Safety Insurance Appeals Tribunal. After a distorted medical record from the Ministry of Health, WSIB decided for the first time to set a date for a WSIB hearing. Because of that, I would think that at this point in time, they had received my medical record, like medical documents from my doctor, right? From the lawyer who had obtained my medical records from my doctor. But again, not realizing that they were all working together. So after my medical records and the Ministry of Health was distorted, that's when I'm receiving for the first time a hearing date for WSIB. WSIAT now, okay? Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Between the months of March and May 2019, I did not hear from WSIB. So February was the last time I heard from WSIB. Then March and May. And then say March, April, May. Between, March, April, and May, right? I did not hear from WSIB. This was the period the system distorted my medical records at the Ministry of Health. Or, in a sense, I guess was in the works. But it was March that everything was finalized, and I got things in April, and then WSIB contacted me in June. Okay, please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Distorted medical record from the Ministry of Health. I went through this already. Please feel free to pause and read. Thank you. Seeing presentation, discrimination, MOH, distorted medical records from the Ministry of Health. This contains details of the false report on my health to cover up for mobility, money life insurance, and the system. Okay, thank you. After the distorted medical record from the Ministry of Health, received letter dated June 4, 2019 from the Wsib to attend hearing for the first time dated November 1st, 2019. Okay, since February 2019, WSIT had not inquired about my medical records from the doctors. Therefore, thought the information were provided, hence the reason for a scheduled hearing. However, it was noticeably obvious that WSIT waited until the lawyers were finished with their deception of my claims to appear with a hearing date 4 months later. For the remainder of the year, the hearing date changed several times within 2019 as the deception continues. Okay? Wow. Here, June 4, 2019, and it says a hearing date has been set for Friday, the 1st of November 2019 at 9:30. Okay, and this came from Workplace Safety and Insurance Appeals Tribunal, and the lawyers were copied, as you can see. Okay, please feel free to pause and read. Okay, see it over in part 2 of 2019. Thank you.